Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Hike 365 live show. This is a show where we talk about our ongoing challenge to hike 365 miles in 2019. You are watching Happy Trails Hiking. Thanks for joining us.
Hey everybody, this week is week 43, and we have over 4,000 miles now as a team, so that's pretty cool. And last week, I started a thing that said, if you want to make an official guess on how many miles you think we're going to have for this year, as a team, come back after the live show and leave it in the comments. I got one vote from Outdoor Nomad last week, and so I have to see if he's right or not, but he guessed 5,300. So
well, there's still a few weeks left,
so it
remains to be seen.
Yeah. But you can leave an official guess by coming back and leaving a comment on this video after it's posted. So, all right, I'm done. You're up.
Okay. Well, this is the time when we like to check in with beverages, and some days I have something really strong and interesting. Tonight I have something
cold
that everyone will recognize. This is good old-fashioned iced water. So let us know what you got this evening. I've already had my fair share of beer for the weekend, so I need some.
Well, we won't cover that. That's all right. I was drinking water. There's some left.
You can have some of mine.
Oh, thanks. I appreciate that. Share. He's so kind. Anyway, all right. So let me know if you're drinking something special, and that's awesome. Let's say hello to the chat because that's fun. Good evening to Lori Bryant, Outdoor Nomad, Deb Shane, Hike with Mike. And I believe that's it. Lori Bryant says she's drinking water. And Hike with Mike has whole milk. Wow. Fancy. And water from the Outdoor Nomad. And Steve also says that since no one else has guessed, he's going to be the closest. So give Steve some competition.
Yes, his guess is definitely the best so far. Without a doubt.
Oh, funny. Awesome. And Deb Shane says she's drinking Diet Pepsi tonight. Awesome. Getting that caffeine in. I don't know if she's working late tonight or not. But anyway, it feels really late here tonight. Okay. So the room's not too terribly big yet, but if we get a big crowd in here, make sure you put HTH at Happy Trails Hiking if you have any questions or comments that you would like to add. Tonight we have a great show for you, fun show, we hope, and we're working on it. It's brought to you by our Happy Trails Hiking Top 10 Reasons to Hike shirt. And we have top 10 reasons. I guess I gotta go that way for 10.
Okay, enough of that.
No dancing. Okay. So a few years ago, well, a year or so ago, when we hit 1,000 subscribers, we decided that we needed to have a shirt that represented Happy Trails Hiking and our community. So we needed to create a shirt, and we asked our community to put in answers. I don't exactly remember how we did it, but I think we had them fill out a form or something.
Yeah, some little Google form or something or other.
Or maybe we did it in a live show. I don't remember. Yeah. But we have our top 10 community reasons to hike. And they are, number 10, to get away from people.
I wonder who thought of that one.
I don't know. It wasn't me.
That one might have been mine.
Okay. You go.
All right. Number 9 is to remember the important things in life.
Yeah, that one's really good. Number 8, to see waterfalls, vistas, and wildlife.
And reason number 7 is get activity and exercise.
Number 6 is to capture adventure.
And number 5 is lose my mind and find my soul.
Number 4, find peace and solitude.
3 is escape and clear my mind. There is something of a theme here, isn't there?
Yes, people are it's a good theme if you ask me. Number 2 is to have adventures with people I love.
And number 1 is spend time together in nature. And again, we got all of these ideas from people that follow along on our journeys. And Kay is showing you the picture right now. This is a print-on-demand T-shirt. So if you decide that you want to tell everyone why you want to hike and with this T-shirt, then it will be printed by Amazon Merch and shipped to you.
Yeah, shipped to you directly. I won't have to deal with it. You don't have to wait it for me anyway. So, and there's a sizing chart, and at the front it says Happy Trails Hiking up in the corner. So we would love to have you all repping Happy Trails Hiking. And I did put that into the chat as well. And when this has processed, I will put the link in the description as well. So thank you all for all of your support in that way. Okay. Marty's Crew Our Family Adventures is here. Thanks for coming. Drinking a Boulevard Single Wide IPA.
Oh,
cheers,
nice
Marty.
choice.
And Supernatural Lost Adventures is here. And thank you for coming. And they said they agree with all of the reasons to hike. Okay. And we liked them too. It was awesome. So I would like to run the list of folks that are in for the challenge, but I'm not ready for that yet because I didn't check my email before we got started. So give me 2 seconds. Do you want to talk about something fun first? No?
Okay.
Okay.
Well, this past weekend, we did not get a hike in per se. We have spent a lot of the time outside, though. We met up with some friends of ours on Saturday and journeyed towards Rolla, Missouri, and actually beyond that a little bit, and met up with some good friends and sat by the campfire. And then we left that event and went to a different event on Saturday night and met up with some more friends. And today, and I don't know if the time change just threw us off, but we just weren't feeling super motivated. So we drove down to a little town park. What was the name of the park?
It was called Burns. I have it right here. It's Burns Mill Park down in Burns Mill, Missouri, which is has now been eaten up by the town of House Springs, Missouri. So it's a little south of St. Louis. And I have some pictures to show of that. Do you want to do pictures first?
Well, I don't care. I just started talking about it because you were looking up the other thing.
Yeah. Okay.
But this was a nice little spot. It's a little bitty town park. It's got the remnants of the mill. We did do some walking on the trail, but it couldn't have been more than 200-300 yards. So we didn't bother counting
much at all.
But it was really peaceful, and we just sat by the river and just watched the water go by. And we did have a woodpecker that was just kind of hammering on a tree in front of us, and I had the camera with me, but I didn't bother getting the camera out until the woodpecker left, so I didn't get a good picture.
It was funny. I was like, okay. So are you gonna take a picture? And he's like, oh
yeah, whoops, I do have a zoom lens. I should use that.
I should do that. And there's Matt with his camera. So yeah, this is from Burns Mill, and you can see the remnants of the milling apparatus, grinding. I don't know. Anyway, this is probably part of the wheel.
It's kind of like a coffee grinder, except much bigger.
Oh, okay. Yes. So, but it did go along the Big River. That's the name of the river, Big River. And we got some really pretty pictures, and I make Matt take a picture with me. So there's that. And those are our pictures from Burns Mill today. So I won't have to show those to you later.
All right, got those out of the way.
We're done.
Check that off the list.
Oh, Chris Aconi's here.
Right.
Thanks for coming, Chris. It's good to see you. Hope that your adventures are awesome this weekend. And I think I saw something on Instagram about boating. So I'm assuming that there aren't foot miles in there, but Marty's Crew says awesome pics. Thanks. Those were all from my phone. We probably won't have a video. I might do like a video diary or something of those, kind of like Desmond Saunders does. That's all right. All right. I do have my list now.
You should be proud of check in with a few people that did log some miles this week.
We only had 4 people log miles this week. Yeah, it was not many. I was like, oh, this is a sad week. And exactly, Marty says, every little bit counts this time. We didn't turn the GPS on or anything for our 400 meters.
I'll add 400 yards to it.
Okay, he'll add 400 yards. That's funny. Oh my goodness. Armadillo Junction is here. Just in time for me to say his name. Woohoo! And Arizona Timeless Tourist is here as well. Got to see part of your live stream earlier today as well. Awesome. Thanks for coming, guys. All right. So the folks that are in for our Hike 365 challenge is Airstream as a Dream, Alejandro Perez, as well as Potter, their dog, and his daughter, Penny. Armadillo Junction, Bear from Journey of Bear, Big Crazy Outdoor Adventures, Carol from Hike With Me, Cliff Riser, Dana and Eileen from the Beer Belly Travelers, Dragon Roams, Gary Grimes from Life on the Trail, Gilbert Rod, Happy Trails Hiking, Hike with Mike, Holly Rousey, I think is how you say it, Joel W. Daniel, Justin from Parked America, and Justin Smith, Katie Daniel, Chris Zacconi, Lori Bryant, Marty's Crew Our Family Adventures, Nerding for Nature, Outdoor Nomad, Shannon Reiser, Sean and Marianne Donnelly, Skinny G Panda, Step Outside, Kenny the Idahonian, and Vicky Marshall. So that's everybody who's here and is in and has put in miles. So thank you all for being a part of this so far. This week we had 4 people put in miles.
Yeah, kind of a light week. I guess everybody was just kind of relaxing and chilling out, but that's okay. We did get some really good miles in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So Hike with Mike got 4 miles at Ophekanoe Swamp. Was I close? Anyway,
wow.
It was in Georgia. It's really fun. All right. So he loves hiking in swamps. He's a swamp hiker, well, not exactly. That's not his name, but he hikes in swamps, and that's what he does. So Marty's Crew got 2.5 miles. Outdoor Nomads kicking it with 13 miles, and he's at 516 miles
for the year.
Year. Nice job, Steve.
In the lead. And
Steph Outside is 7.82 this week, and it's 229 miles. So I saw somebody asked earlier if anybody had seen Vicky around. She hasn't been on the live stream, but I've seen her on Instagram and Facebook. So I know that she's still around and taking pictures of gators and things down in Florida. So, I'm going to try it. All right, here it is, everybody. Okefenokee Swamp.
From Muskogee?
Okie from Muskogee? No, because that would be Oklahoma, but that's okay. It's a good song. I like it.
Okefenokee from Muskogee.
Something like that. Oh man, if I missed you in the chat, I'm sorry. Actually, I did. Washington County News is here. It's good to see you. Thank you for coming. Hike with Mike said very good. Yay,
right.
Me.
You got it.
Okay, so our total miles for this week are...
Well, we picked up 27.72 as a group this week.
Yay.
And
Thanks,
so
Steve.
our total so far for the year, 4239. And we are below 50%. We're at 48%.
No. We're below 50%. All right, folks. Everybody get at least 1 mile next week. So that's what I used to do with my students wrong way. When we would be behind on our music, so if we were learning music or behind on the script or whatever. All right, guys, we've got pages 1 through 8 of your script learned. Let's everybody try to learn through page 10. And so we made it, you get 2 pages. Anyway, but usually they kick it in. So everybody on the list that we read, try to get 1 mile this week and record it. Supernatural Lost Adventures asks how we get on the list. There's a form to fill out. Lori or one of my moderators, or maybe Marty's Crew, can you grab that link to the form really fast for me and put it in the chat? So, and I'll make sure I put it in the description when we're finished. I'm so sorry about that. But yes, how do we get on the list? You fill out a form every week, and you can add pictures and things in, and we will show your pictures here on the show and things like that. So, and you get to be on the list. It's very fun. Armadillo Junction says that, wow, that's lots of miles since I was able to catch an update. Yeah, there have been a ton of miles. And Hike with Mike says, Vicky needs to pick up the pace and get her miles up. Yeah, right?
That's right.
Vicky, who's got 500 miles and hasn't reported anything for the last couple of weeks. Thank you for the Google Docs form. Yeah, it's in the chat now. So Supernatural Lost Adventures, if you would like to put in some miles, you're good to go.
Okay, it looks like she's got it, or he's got it.
Oh, Marty's got it too. Awesome. Sweet. Thank you both. I appreciate that so much. All right. The one group that sent in pictures this week was Marty's crew, other than us. And so I want to make sure that we show their pictures from Kanza Prairie.
And they always get good pictures.
They always get good pictures. Totally true. And Kanza Prairie is an extra super special place for us too, because that's where we met Marty's crew for the very, very, very first time. And so, yeah, I am excited about that.
All right.
All right. So Prairie Sun. We're going to call that
Sun Prairie.
Sun Prairie by Marty's Crew, Our Family Adventures. Okay. This is called Mill Building. Building that we never could go into. Building. But it's in the, is it afternoon or morning light, Marty? And it's very,
I would guess afternoon light.
Afternoon light?
Yeah, that's just my guess.
Probably because they didn't hike this morning. So if they went this morning, afternoon light, he says. Good, good, good. All right. And he says that they only take family there. Oh, we're part of the crew. We love being part of the crew. Oh, looky there. Yep. That's exactly what I expect Kansas to look like now. With those people in it, of course. No?
Well, I don't know.
If I'm in Kansas and I don't see those people, I think I'm in trouble. But that's all right. Okay, there's supposed to be like a meadowlark in that tree, right? Anyway, there's not a meadowlark in that tree. I just want there to be one. And then, oh, yeah, prairie grass. Love it. Love it. Is that it? That's all done. Well, thank you for sending in your pictures, Tony. I appreciate that a lot. It's so many funny things. Oh, Food Forest Permaculture is here. Hello. It's good to see you, Howie. Thanks for coming. And Hike with Mike says, Afternoon Light. Wasn't that a song from the 70s? I think that's Delight.
Afternoon Delight.
Oh, well done. Well done. All right. Nice, nice. Okay. New comments. And oh, yes. No meadowlarks. No meadowlarks. Very sad. And Kansas just isn't Kansas without Marty's crew.
That's true.
That is true. I do when I get near Kansas, I ask Tony if he feels a disturbance in the force, but sorry. Anyway, it's all good. All right. The other topic that we wanted to add for the evening is fall hiking tips, because it's finally gotten pretty chilly here almost every time that we hike, and we've seen pretty colors and things like that, but wanted to make sure that we had our fall hiking tips in for the year. And if you have some, please feel free to type them into the chat and we will add them in at the end. All right. So our fall hiking tips.
You want to take the first one?
Sure. Even though it's not hot anymore, make sure you have water, at least 1 liter per person at minimum. I know that we talk about water all the time when it's hot, and make sure that you hydrate. Make sure that you don't go thirsty, blah, 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 when it's hot, because that would be devastating. Well, it'd still be devastating in the fall. So make sure that you still have water when you're going.
Right. In Missouri, I mean, it is very humid in the summers, but as the weather changes, well, it does cool off, the humidity drops. So you don't need as much water from the heat, but you do need more water due to the moisture in the air. So you can still get dehydrated in the winter for sure. Yes,
well, even in Death Valley. Okay, Death Valley, it was super cold when we were there.
Yeah, if you're there in January, it will be cold.
Coats and hats and the whole deal, gloves.
But you still have to stay hydrated.
You still had to stay hydrated. That one was Easy. All right. Your
Let's see,
turn.
the second one we have on our list is to dress in layers and to be prepared for weather changes. We use the weather app on our mobile devices to have some sense of what the weather is, and that certainly helps. But when you're hiking in the cold, the last thing that you want is to get your clothing soaked in sweat. So we say dress in layers, and I imagine we're sort of preaching to the choir here because we got a room full of hikers. But just in case you're not an experienced hiker, particularly in the winter, or this is replaying someone who's not a hiker, don't wear cotton. Wear synthetics, a polyester, athletic shirts, but make sure it's not a cotton athletic type of thing. So our layers, there'll be no cotton anywhere if we're going for any kind of a distance hike. Wool is also a good option for your socks.
Okay. Number 3, have a map and compass with you on the trail and know how to use them. Lots of people said, lots of people say, oh, I use all trails when I'm going out on the trails. Well, that's fine, but our phones have failed when we've been on a trail. We've been without reception in the past. So generally, make sure that you have a map and compass and know how to use them.
Yeah, I consider the map and compass to be first and a GPS to be second. I really prefer to have all of the above. And I wanted to point out in the chat, Hike with Mike says to use lots of orange because it is hunting season. We don't have orange gear, but we avoid conservation areas where hunting is allowed at this time of year. So that is definitely a good call there on the orange.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Yep. And Lori mentioned layers earlier, so that's good. Yes, orange, orange, orange. Lots of orange. Somebody suggested pink to me the other, like bright pink. I was like, no. No, there are lots of animals.
That's not orange.
That's not orange. It's not what the hunters are looking for. They have a specific thing. It's not just a bright color. It needs to be orange because that's what they're looking for is orange.
All right, what's next on our list here? Oh, food. Yeah, food. I always like to have lots of food when I hike. I don't always eat it, but particularly salty snacks. And as it gets colder, just calories in general tend to become more important.
Yes. And I guess I wrote down rain gear next, but that was kind of put in with the weather. So be prepared for weather changes. Looking at the sky is sometimes more important than your weather app or watching the weather in the morning. Forecasters are only so good at guessing. We put our rain gear in the back, in our backpacks all the time, so that we can be ready in case it starts to rain. Yeah, so that's good. Anyway. Danny Hogger is here, and I guess he makes music for videos. It's good to have you. Thank you for coming. And the last thing that we have, since we already mentioned the orange, is cameras.
So fall seems to have been a bit on the short side this year.
Well, it's still kind of fallish.
The leaves started turning a little bit later than we anticipated, and they're about done now. But still, hike with a camera, because why not? You might see something good.
Yeah, exactly. Food Forest Permaculture mentions learn to forage and build a fire. Yes, but
we don't know how to forage.
I have no idea how to.
I could probably figure out how to build a fire.
You think? We've had 2 good fires. One Matt built and one someone else built, but we've had 2 fire pits this weekend. It was fantastic.
Foraging seems like a good idea, though.
Yeah, maybe we should learn. Maybe we should watch more of Howie's foraging videos. Supernatural Lost Adventures mentions crackers. Peanut butter is great. And then Marty's Crew says, Always have a poncho in my pack. Yep, good. And I think I missed a few things up here that I wanted to get to, but maybe I didn't. Maybe we covered it all. Oh, Marty's Crew says, bring a wet weather layer as well as an insulating layer. I guess we didn't say that. But yeah, my rain gear is pretty thin, to be really honest. It keep me warm, but I would sweat a lot in it. So yeah, bring an insulating layer as well. If you have other tips, please add them. And I just saw my Hike with Mike says, bring bear spray.
Yeah, that depends on where you are.
Yeah.
But it certainly doesn't hurt to have it. So when we were in, where were we? The Tetons over the summer.
Yes. I was like, we've been a lot of places.
Yeah,
sorry.
Mental lapse there. When we were in the Tetons over the summer, there were signs everywhere that said, make sure you carry bear spray. And there are certainly a lot of bears in that area, and it's a similar story in Yellowstone. Now, most of our hiking is done in Missouri, and we do have black bear here, not grizzlies. And I've never really worried about bear spray. But since I had the bear spray left over from the summer trip, I have gotten in the habit of carrying the bear spray even here in Missouri.
Gotcha.
So I don't consider it a necessity, but there's certainly a good idea if you have available.
Right. Food Forest Permaculture says for the foraging that SAS Survival Handbook studied to the max. And this is good all over the world where
things can happen.
Things can happen. Yes. Good, good, good. Good recommendation there. I also saw a few others. Learn first aid. Learn first aid is a good tip for hiking in general. I didn't add it into our fall hiking just because I didn't. But yes, I always think that it's a good thing. Okay. A whoopee. It's a military term, but it's a blanket used in all kinds of weather. Waterproof and helps.
It sounds like an emergency blanket.
Yeah, probably. And Hike with Mike says, in my area of the woods, or in my area, the woods are so dense, you can walk right up on a bear and you don't know what it's happened before. Cool. Did you film it? Just kidding. Oh man. So those are our fall hiking tips. And I know that we probably missed several, like just general safety tips. I wasn't worrying about safety tips, but Food Forest Permaculture is adding some more, yay. So it says carry a transponder and a mirror. Interesting. We carry our phones.
Right.
So that would be a transponder, I guess. Anyway, all right, guys. So my challenge to you is to get 1 mile and report it on the form. And if you need a form, please message me on Facebook or leave a comment down below. I'll be happy to get you the form if you need to. So, yeah, everybody get 1 mile for next week. And if we have all the people on our list get 1 mile, we're going to be better off than we were this week. Yes. Well,
yeah, probably. Yeah,
close. It'll be close. So anyway, thank you all for joining us, and thank you for being a part of the Hike 365 challenge. It's an honor that you're here and that you come and visit with us each Sunday night. And we will be back next Sunday night. I see no reason why not. And the excitement for this week is that Tuesday is Donut Day.
Alrighty then.
Free donuts. Just saying. I'm not handing them out, but somebody else can have them. Anyway, all right, guys. That's all we have for you tonight. So till next time. Cheers. Thanks for watching. Cheers, and we'll see you soon.